I feel like there was a game that he was playing on stream. I want to say it was one of the Dark Souls ones, and he was getting so triggered by people showing up and him either not playing WoW or making fun of his gameplay that eventually he spun off and he made that Zach Rar channel to stream on his alt so there wouldn't be as much pressure on his main. Yeah, the crime was against me. They were my Bitcoin. What do you mean? Fuck you. I'm the victim. Wait, does anybody know what is the strongest, most powerful debate tactic that I've discovered over the past like 2 or 3 or 4 years? I talk about it all the time. The most powerful,
what the fuck do I know about that? You don't know this shit either. What the fuck?
So, the last biennium...
Some old guy showing me 2 pieces of paper with shit and he's pointing at it like, guys, look at my phone. Look, guys, look what time it is. Jesus, man. Look at the time, man. Yo, do you get this, chat? Chat, do you get this? Holy shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. You don't get it either.
Had an 18...
Ron keep fucking calling me. Does he have no fucking friends anymore? What's going on with him? What? Yeah, I heard. Aiden Ross bought you tickets. You got to go kiss the wall now. Hey, enjoy kissing the wall, buddy. You got to fucking pay for your...
About the dog abuse allegations of that older tail pulling thing fake. It's crazy to me how much motion the whole Kaya thing got. It felt astroturf, but at the same time that propaganda worked on my brain. What do you mean, older tail pulling thing fake? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what clip you mean. The conservative strats. I don't know anything about that. I spent the last decade talking about the separation of Zionism and Judaism. While conceptually it is true, these sorts of images make a much stronger argument against said separation. Then people wonder why anti-Semitism grows. This is a big part of the reason why. Well, hey, welcome to the modern day. Yeah, most Jews are Zionists, so I don't know why, but I don't know. How much longer can you keep yanking that Jew chain? I feel like it's got to be getting old by now, especially with the whole ceasefire and everything, no? How is this supposed to be erasing the difference between Zionism and Judaism? Israeli PM Netanyahu received a hero's welcome at a synagogue in Miami, Florida. Okay. One hour ago. Oh, we watched this on stream a couple days ago, right?
Amazing. Like, this is really cool. I think this is awesome. Truly, I am PG. I just feel like...
Am I making that up, or was it... Asmongold basically made Zach Rar. Was it because of Dark Souls? Am I making that up? I feel like there was a game that he was playing on stream. I want to say it was one of the Dark Souls ones, and he was getting so triggered by people showing up and him either not playing WoW or making fun of his gameplay that eventually he spun off and he made that Zach Rar channel to stream on his alt so there wouldn't be as much pressure on his main. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. He had the account before. Yes, a lot of well-actuallyers are... Yes, he made the Zach Rar account before, but he like switched to basically using that full time. I thought it was on the back of the Dark Souls stuff. I know that he had it before and he gamed on it at night before or whatever, but... I don't want to pretend I'm cool, but I beat Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and Elden Ring without dying on the same boss more than 20 times. Good for you, dude. My face when he loads up his game and it's a fucking fat roll, full havel, max vit shitter. If all of Mt. Gox's crypto was recovered, would you expect the value you invested / lost, or the value at the point of recovery? The UK recovered 5 billion in Bitcoin recently. That was worth 50 million when stolen. Personally, I feel the victims are not entitled to the full amount, but not sure if I would feel different being the victim. I would have liked the modern value of it, because I'm pretty sure don't those guys have the modern value of it because they have the coins. I think when I got reimbursed, they paid out, I don't remember. It was like $500 a coin. So I got my 3 Bitcoin reimbursement it was like $1,500. Fuck you. I want my like 150K or 300K. I don't know what Bitcoin's worth right now, because don't they recovered all the coins, don't they have the modern value? They can offload it at the current value. No? Motherfuckers. It's proceeds of a crime? Yeah, the crime was against me. They were my Bitcoin. What do you mean? Fuck you. I'm the victim. They were my coins. Yeah, they fucking... well, I actually don't even know what happened with Mt. Gox. I still don't know the full story of that. Yes, it was a crime, but the crime was me losing my Bitcoin. What the fuck? Hello, random question. It's been almost 8 years since you talked to Avillo. Do you miss talking to the guy? Whew, bro, there's a lot of crazy people online. It's a very not okay place out here. I wonder if the real world has as many crazy people. Destiny debates are always just Destiny shotgunning rhetoric that he doesn't understand and is unwilling to understand any nuance, but demands that you take all his opinions as fact. I'll be honest, half the time I can't fucking understand what Destiny's talking about. Oh, found the Asmongold fan. The strongest thing... Wait, does anybody know what is the strongest, most powerful debate tactic that I've discovered over the past like 2 or 3 or 4 years? I talk about it all the time. The most powerful, unstoppable debate tactic. Like a good one, not like a retard one. A good one. Yes, good job. Wade in. Ask for examples. If you're naming a policy... If you're naming a thing, just give an example. Like, give an example of that. What is it like? And it's, again, I've restated this point a million times. Rhetoric is my weakest point. I hate rhetoric. I would always rather just debate the facts. And it's really funny hearing this coming from Asmongoloids, because Asmongoloid literally only does rhetoric. He never does fact. He never does example. It's always pure rhetoric. That's it. He literally says it on stream. I'm only common sense. I don't need a study or an expert or numbers or data. It's pure rhetoric. Okay, what is Destiny? He's an uneducated, ignorant, who thinks his intelligence will get him everywhere. I have been with a chicken who was like him. People like them think they're right about reality because their smarts get them through the majority of confrontations. But truth is, they lack context for so many topics because all they do is cherry-picking facts. As a result, almost every debate boils down to semantics and forcing their perspective on the meaning of words, rendering any debate useless. Holy shit. Just look at his last appearance on Piers Morgan Uncensored. The fact that he made Piers seem like the reasonable one shows how ridiculously ignorant Destiny is. Wasn't in my last one, didn't me and Piers agree? Maybe it means the one before that. You know, one thing that's like really disappointing that I realized, because I've thought a lot about for the new year, is like, how am I going to engage with Twitter, or am I even going to engage with this platform? One thing that I identified when I was doing debates was that it was really, really, really difficult. Sometimes I'm trying to navigate, or sometimes a person is trying to navigate through what feels like an unwinnable set of circumstances. And then I realize, and I guess it's stupid because I've come back to like probably what people understood about free speech 3 or 4 or 500 years ago, is it really, sometimes it comes down to who's controlling the debate. If you've got a moderator that sucks shit, or a moderator that is willing to stack the odds against you, you know, like 3v1, 4v1, and then never step in to moderate the other side, it's really, really hard, almost impossible to come out, you know, looking good in those environments. And then same thing on the flip side, if you've got a moderator who's willing to be fair and impartial and like will stop either side if they're making a mistake, that's, you know, like, oh shit, this is a way different environment. And I feel like Twitter has kind of become that. if it really is Elon Musk controlling the discourse and he allows bots to run rampant and misinformation to run rampant, not even run rampant, I'm sorry, literally pays people for it because you get paid now on X based on your impressions and everything. Like, is there really any winning on that platform? I don't know. The incentives are completely misaligned if you're looking for truth or fact, and they're very aligned for just rage baiting and lying. And then the owner of the platform doesn't really care. I don't know if there's any way to possibly engage with that in a way where you win, you know? This is the same as being a streamer, ultimate control of the narrative. Well, I mean, in your own fan base, yeah, kind of. But typically streamers have to fight with each other. Well, I guess they don't anymore. That's actually the reason why a lot of streamers don't, is because they don't, because it allows them to control whatever they want on their own stream, yeah? Remember when you once said you felt a responsibility to political commentary because you have a unique ability and fill a unique niche? Do you not feel that anymore? Yeah, but I mean, at some point, I'm only human, okay? Jesus, I'm fighting a lot of battles right now. You gotta understand, okay? The YouTube demonetization plus losing every fucking friend I had last year plus my lawsuit fees that are being driven almost exclusively by fucking Lauren De Laguna and then a weak-willed white progressive woman from a rich family. It's a lot. It's a lot of fronts we're fighting on, okay? But there are other, like, liberal people that have stepped up, which I think is good. Did Asmon thread, old Asmon thread with viewers calling him shit at games? True. Don't you mean I send prawn to minors Destiny? That Destiny? Behazed. Yeah, the Destiny was more evidence he was a pedophile than any evidence in the Epstein files about Trump. True! The Asmongoloids got to this thread real quick. Oof. Actual Chad, LOL. Nah, seriously now, there's nothing to gain for Asmon. Worst case, he gets wrecked by the dude that makes a living by debating. Best case, he can convince some of the audience about his viewpoints, but he doesn't really need it if he has a large audience already that will spread everything he says through multiple social media channels. He can't convince Destiny either. That train is long gone. Like, it's a dude that lets other guys fuck his wife, etc. Based. Dude is off the deep end at this point, so barely any gain, and at worst, he risks getting massacred in the debate. I like how this guy is a little bit like unintentionally honest about, okay, this is Asmon's subreddit, not LSF also. I thought this was LSF for a second. Jesus, okay. This makes way more sense then. Whew. I like how they admit there though, like, whew, I don't want them to massacre my boy. Debating has zero to do with the argument. It is a rhetorical skill set. Debating without the skill set is stupid, regardless of your argument's validity. Destiny's a horrible person in every aspect of his being, but he has rhetorical debate skills. I feel like the idea that all of these things are debates is poisoning the well. We should really start talking about just having discussions. Keep even using the term debate as far away. Yeah, we could try that, I guess. One of the issues, though, is that, like, so many people use and weaponize debate or discussion depending on what they want to achieve at the time, or rather where they think their strengths are. Like, I think Hasan has a huge fault in this, in that there are times when Hasan becomes a debate pervert. Willie Mack, debate me, or why won't Asmongold debate me, or Ethan Klein, debate me. But then if he thinks he's on the, if he's got like a disadvantage in an argument, then it's like, huh, I'm not going to be a debate, bro. Wow, you think I'm going to be a debate, bro? You think it's just about screaming at each other? Debate is worthless, right? It's like everybody's so performative, I guess, or instrumental in how they use it. Like, it's only, like, debate is only good insofar as they think they can win, and then if they can't win, then it's a worthless, stupid loser thing. What was this? That is a little nihilistic. I thought a core of liberal beliefs descends from the Lockean views of human nature and the social contract. Like, don't liberals believe that people are relatively good and truth-seeking? I don't think that is true. No. I don't think humans are naturally truth-seeking at all. Truth-seeking is like a skill that you have to work out. Generally speaking, we tend to go for truthful things because usually when you start to depart from reality, at some point you're going to have a brutal correction. But social media is allowing us to live further and further and further away from reality, especially when the reality is stuff that we never really have to directly confront, right? Like, or if people can just feed you a false reality. Like there are people today that still think that hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin, there are people today that think that ivermectin is like a cure-all. People still think that. There is a plethora of evidence now that shows that ivermectin is dog shit for not just COVID, but like people are using it as literally like the new miracle cure for everything. And it's so fucking cringe. And like, I don't know how much more reality you can get there. Like there's not, like, how many more studies do you need to see?
They're recording me. Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Most profitable daycare in Minnesota. Not a bad business. I just want to learn how to start a daycare.
Like, what time is it, dog? Caleb Hammer went over your tweets about the Somali fraud on his podcast and was on Nick Shirley's side. Yeah, of course he is. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's just like a retard. I can only say the word retarded so many times. This is why we're just playing video games now. Like the Nick Shirley thing is it's just an obvious example of bad journalism. Like it's just so obvious. Fucking if Caleb Hammer wants to, I will donate $5,000 to Caleb Hammer's show or whatever if he needs the money. If he wants to sit with me for 2 hours and go through that whole video from start to finish, okay? We can find a charity or whatever, and I will spend 2 hours. If he wants to spend 2 hours, okay? We will go from start to finish through that entire video if he wants. I hate that so many people think debates are all rhetoric, especially because the people who made all debate about only rhetoric are fucking Republicans. True! Isn't he in your DMs on Twitter? True. I should try this. Let's see if we can be a human. The thing is, people always... Okay. Hey! Exclamation mark. I heard you went through some of the Nick Shirley video on your YouTube/stream recently. If you want, we can spend some time together just going through the video with me bringing up some criticisms about his investigative approach. I'd be curious to hear your feedback. Exclamation mark. Let me know if you're interested. That was a nice message there. Where this clip is the hoarding situation going on at Destiny's inventory. Why does it keep sorting by best? I don't ever want to sort by best. I have no idea how that works. Please stop doing that. Being able to back up your talking points factually to another person is going to be a hard one for Asmongold. True. I know I'm right, so why would I want to debate it? This has to be the least convincing excuse not to debate someone I've ever heard. He's too good at talking and will use his knowledge. Oh, damn. I wonder if Hasan fans back me up on LSF against Asmongold, or if they're indifferent. I wonder if any of them ever feel salty, especially with Hasan. I'm surprised Hasan watched me fight with Asmongold on stream. Maybe I just missed the clips. I don't know, but I feel like I go way harder on Asmongold than Hasan does. I feel like Hasan is really scared of it. I don't think Hasan wants to force a fight though that he could lose, like in the Twitch ecosphere. Like if he's worried people would choose Asmon's clout over his. But that wouldn't really make any sense because Asmongold doesn't even collab with other streamers, so I don't think he would ever do that. I should sell like a whole bunch of shit. That guy is right. I just feel bad selling pink. I don't know what I'm going to use this shit. Oh, I did sell some last night actually. Never mind. I said fuck it. Well, yeah, fuck that guy then. Asmongold is just Hasan on the right. Damn. Different sides of the same bitch-made coin. True. Listen, I need to get unbanned from Twitch, okay? That platform is going crazy. Somebody needs to come back and clean it up. Demolition Man style, okay? Why does LSF love you? My fan base is very active on Reddit. You just have to think about the factions. It's mine, it's XQC's, it's Asmongold's, it's Hasan's. I don't know if the OTK one is there much anymore. I don't know who XQC's fan base would side with on a debate challenge like this. Asmon's, I imagine, would be against me. I don't know where Hasan's is going to be. Flex your contacts at Twitch again? Bro, those contacts are gone. They cashed out and left a long time ago. OTV viewers all killed themselves when Pokey left. Yeah, it feels like OTV and OTK viewers kind of scattered to the wind. XQC said he's down to moderate a debate between you and Asmongold. I would do that 1,000,000%, 100,000,000% for sure. And it doesn't have to be a debate. It can just be a discussion. The debunker? What? What?
You want me to understand corporate filing and refiling and updates on paperwork? What the fuck do I know about that? You don't know this shit either. What the fuck?
So, the last biennium,
Some old guy showing me 2 pieces of paper with shit, and he's pointing at it like, guys, look at my phone. Look, guys, look what time it is. Jesus, man. Chad, look at the time, man. Yo, do you get this, Chad? Chad, you get this? Holy shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. You don't get it either.
had an $18 billion surplus. This biennium, we have a $6 billion deficit. That's a $24 billion swing in one biennium. How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years? This is how, right here. This is a huge part of it.
Okay, because he said that, and I said this was stupid before, okay? A deficit is just the difference between your spending and your income. So let's assume there are so many different ways this could play out. Like, let's say this is 1 year, 2 years, 3. We'll just do 3 years, okay? No, we'll just do 2 years to make it nice and easy, okay? Solid line is spending, and the dotted line is income, okay? This could be your income, okay? You could spend this much, and then next year you could spend this much. You could turn a big deficit into a big surplus, because you're spending less than you're earning, into a big deficit. But the only thing that happened here is you spent a ton more money, but your income didn't change, right? It could also be that you have a, we could say you have like this type of situation going on. Or rather, let's do this. Hold on. Where maybe 1 year you have a big surplus, the next year you have a big deficit, but your spending was actually the exact same. You just made a lot less money this year, right? Maybe because of tariffs or taxes or whatever else, right? Just because you go from a surplus to a deficit, you don't even really, that doesn't really tell you anything. You have no idea. Like, well, what happened? Did you spend more? Did you spend less? Did you take in more? Did you take in less? Like, what's actually going on? You could be in a situation where your income is increasing, but your spending might be increasing even more. So in here, your income increased substantially, okay? But you had a surplus here, but you have a deficit, right? I'm just saying, like, oh, you went from a surplus to a deficit. Well, that doesn't tell us anything. We have no idea. Like, we need to, like, that just doesn't tell us anything, you know?
So I said earlier, fraud.
Can we look up the numbers? Yeah, we can, But I'm just saying that it doesn't really matter what the numbers are. I'm saying that this guy isn't giving you the information, you know? Did I wrong lines for the last one? Did I mix them up the last one? You know, you get my point. Budget forecast. Does this tell us what the last year's U.S. real gross domestic product? This is for the entire United States. Okay. And then this is the state's budget. Command F surplus. Why is that going to tell me something? Higher healthcare costs and slow economic growth drive an increased structural imbalance in the fiscal year 2028 to 2029 planning estimates. That's in the future. When the general fund budget for the fiscal year 2026-2027 biennium was enacted in May and June, $1.886 billion was left unallocated and available to carry into the next biennium. A larger closing balance in the previous biennium and an increased revenue forecast partially offset by increases to estimated spending and an allocation to the budget reserve result in the projected surplus of $2.5 billion for the current biennium, an improvement of 500. Okay. Wait, is that saying that they gained? Don't they still have a surplus? The surplus just got smaller? Or am I misunderstanding this? An improvement of $579 million. The remainder of the change in beginning balance for $9 million statutory budget reserve allocation. Also, what the fuck does biennium mean? Hold on. Biennium. There's 2 years. Okay. Cash flow. Budget reserve. Balance here is positive. So does Minnesota just hold a ton of money in the bank? Is that normal for or is that money owed? There's no way they just hold on to this money and do nothing with it, right? Hold on, there's always a comment like this. LOL, what he just read out went against his whole clarity. When? You mean went against? Okay. I don't know. I truly don't know if this is like an IQ barrier thing or not. Let's assume that there is a wall, and behind this wall, there can be 3 numbers, okay? 1, 2, or 3. And there's an equal chance that it can be any number, okay? 33% chance. If somebody were to ask you, what odds would you need to bet for one number, right? You would be betting, the odds against you are 1 to 3, so you would need to get that much back 3 to 1 in order for the bet to be worth it, I think, right? So if I were to bet $100, I would need to stand to win $300 for this bet to be worth it. Because if we ran it 3 times, I would expect to lose twice and win once. Does that make sense? To break even? So if we lose twice, we're down $200. If we bet 100 the third time, we're down 300. We win 300, it brings us back to even, right? So we would need to get at least 3 to 1, okay, on our bet in order for this bet to be worth it, right? Does that make sense? Do we make sense here? So somebody says, hey, 1, 2, and 3 behind the door, what odds do you need to bet on one of these numbers? I need at least 3 to 1, okay? If you give me more than that, then I'm going to make money. If you give me less than that, I'm going to lose money. If somebody comes up and they say, well, I'll bet you 1 to 1. I'll bet you $100, okay, that there is a 1, 2, or 3. They pick one number, that there's a 2 behind this wall. This is a bad bet. It is always a bad bet. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, okay? It doesn't matter if you win or lose. But sometimes I feel like you guys, when I say you guys, I'm talking to that retard in chat. People are like, well, let's look and see what actually happened. And then you see, oh, well, he guessed 2 and it was 2 and he won. Looks like that kind of destroyed your argument, didn't it? No, it didn't. It was still a bad bet. You can win on bad bets sometimes. You can use bad thought processes and end up in conclusions that are occasionally right. Like, it happens. But that doesn't mean the thought process was good. It doesn't mean the line of reasoning was good. And it doesn't mean that the bet was good. And I don't understand how sometimes people come through with that. Even if all of these exact same daycares that this guy visited, every single one was engaged in some sort of fraud, the video would still be bad. Even if it was the case that Minnesota earned more revenue and spent even more, and that's why they have a bigger budget deficit, and it was literally just because Walz was an incompetent governor, that still wouldn't prove the point. I'm just saying that a deficit increased on its own, there's no information there. It doesn't tell you anything. You don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. You have no idea. And I don't know enough about Minnesota's budget to even know why it increased or decreased. And I haven't read through any of these, how they do their budget analysis enough to even accurately interpret how this shit works. So, and I don't even know if what I read earlier was even contradicting anything I was saying or supporting. I don't know because I haven't read through these a lot. Jesus. People say that a lot about sports betting Reddit, but it's true. Winning a bad bet doesn't make it a good bet. Yeah.
$1 billion swing in one biennium. How in the world?
If he uncovered $100 million of fraud, it's still a bad video on fraud, cope, bro. I think it's just an IQ barrier. I don't know if I can get through to you. So you're making all this noise. Are you saying there's no fraud or what? LOL. I don't know if I can communicate with you. You might literally be too stupid to, I can't do it. I need a bridge. I need a special education teacher that I have to bring on or something. I don't know how to communicate with you. I don't know what other words to use or say. I'm not sure.
Dollar swing in one biennium. How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years?
Like burn through 24 million. That's not what that means. The fact that your budget deficit changed, you might be making more money and spending more money. You might be making less money and spending less money and still increase your deficit. You don't know. That doesn't make this. The thing is that what he's saying here demonstrates that he doesn't understand how budgets or deficits or debt or anything works at all. So it makes me highly sus. When somebody uses a number incorrectly like that, it makes me, aside from all the other shit this guy's doing, it makes me really sus in terms of what you're even talking about, because it seems like you don't understand the point, right? The easiest thing is, I guess, it would be the equivalent to this. I don't even know where we're at for maths here, but it'd be the equivalent to how we do exponents is, so if you have x to the n, the way that you calculate this is you bring the n down, okay, for the x, and then you do x plus n, and then that gives you your answer, okay? And you're like, well, I don't think that's true. And then you're like, really? Okay, well, let's try it with this example. 2 squared, we're going to do 2 plus 2 equals 4. Well, what answer did you get? Okay, well, I got 4, but it's not because, I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. I'm sorry. So what, you're saying the answer is not 4? Well, it's not that I'm saying the answer is not 4. I'm saying that the process, well, so what? The process got me the right answer, and it was easier than yours, and it was right. So what do you want? You win, I guess. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. I don't know how to counter that argument. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years? This is how, right here. This is a huge part of it.
And so I said earlier, fraud is bad.
Wait, how much money?
This is how, right here.
Hold on.
$1 billion swing in one. That's a $24 billion swing in one.
Also, 24 billion, that's a huge amount of money. And even if this guy was right on his thing, 100 million is 1/10 of 1 billion, or 1/100th of 10 billion, or 1/200th, or 0.5% of that. Is that really a huge amount? Now, I'm sure the next follow-up is, well, that must mean there's way more fraud. And it's like, okay.
How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years? This is how, right here. This is a huge part of it.
Okay.
So would
I
you?
said earlier, fraud is bad. I guarantee you that some of these niggas are absolutely doing fraud. Maybe that one is doing fraud. There is for sure some type of fraud happening, for sure. But are these guys pointing at the fraud happening? Are these guys debunking the fraud activity? No. Are they passing the burden of proof? No. This is some dog shit.
And like, this is the point. Like, fraud is bad. Even when black people do it. Even when Somali Americans do it. Fraud is bad. And we should go after it. And the Biden admin did go after it. And it was good when they caught him doing it. And if there's more fraud happening with daycare centers, they should find it and get it. But this video did not accomplish that. It was a bad video that's now sending a whole bunch of investigators in the DOJ down some red herring bullshit pathway when we could be doing good videos. That's all I'm saying.
This is dog shit.
You'd say a lot of that is fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Absolutely. I would say better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
In a large...
Like,
Absolutely.
Dog shit.
what?
This is dog shit.
You'd say a lot of that is fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Absolutely. I would say better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
In a...
This is not a bad faith question. Are these centers like fully state subsidized, or why are the amounts so high? I wonder why they didn't talk about that in this video. The amounts that they are claiming that they're getting from the government, those amounts sound really high to me. You're licensed for 50 to 100 kids and you're getting millions and millions a year in subsidies. That does sound really high to me. But I don't know where those numbers come from. The guy has a bunch of papers that he's running around. Look at my papers. I don't know where those numbers are coming from. I don't know if any of those numbers are actually true or accurate. He doesn't really provide a source other than saying, I think he got them from friends in the government. And we never look over those numbers because, yeah, they do seem really high to me.
Better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
And a large percentage of this fraud is from these healthcare companies that are charging the state millions of dollars while they...
There are no children at 1 p.m. Sir, we operate at 2 p.m. Oh, whatever she says. Let's get out. There's no children here. Let's go to the next fraud. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck kind of brain dead shit is that?
True.
God damn.
Ron keep fucking calling me. Does he have no fucking friends anymore? What's going on with him? What? Yeah, I heard Aiden Ross bought you tickets. You got to go kiss the wall now. Hey, enjoy kissing the wall, buddy. You got to fucking pay for your...
Is it? People are saying it's anti-Semitic. The thing is, I would just be so uncomfortable with anybody in this group making any kind of like anti-Semitic jokes. I feel like I would make a joke like this, but I think it's pretty clear that I'm open about my Jew hatred, and I don't give a fuck if they get mad at me. Yeah, I do hate Jews. I can say that. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't care about the joke, but it's funny seeing Ludwig jumping onto every bandwagon once it gets mainstream enough. Poll has officially leaked. Huh. Well, what does that even mean? Because Jews are always doing like kind of sneaky shit, and they don't want other people to see it. There's a joke of like, if you have a Jewish friend, every now and then you have to turn and kiss the wall, so you can do like weird shit behind your back, and then by the time you turn around, he's not doing it anymore. And then there's also like a secondary meaning to it, because like when they say kiss the wall, that's for goyim. Like Jews can't kiss the walls because their noses keep them too far from being able to do it. So it's like a Jew test as well. Stop! I'm just kidding. Sorry. There's like a holy wall in Israel. Well, now it sounds like everything I say is going to be a troll. I mix these places up, but if you've ever heard of Al-Aqsa Mosque, okay, it sits on top of the Temple Mount, which is supposedly where the old the second temple or whatever of Israel stood. And there's a wall that still stands called the Western Wall, which is like part of that old holy monument. And it's like the most holiest of all fucking relics to all of Jews in Israel. So, and that's the Western Wall, or some people call it the Wailing Wall. But if you ever see pictures of people going up to kiss the wall, that's what that wall is. They do call it the Wailing Wall as well, right? Am I making that up? What is the Western Wall? But this is what they're talking about. Yeah, okay. Earthcam live, Western Wall. What? Live? Look, they're kissing it live. That must be Aiden Ross or whoever he bought the tickets for. It's a holy site for Christians too. I don't know. Maybe. Is it? It's not supposedly. What are you talking about? Sorry, it is the remnants of the western wall of the first temple or second temple. It's the second temple, right? It's also the place Muhammad ascended into heaven on his magic horse, Alhamdulillah. Maybe. So I've heard there's debate over that where, I don't know, in the Quran or something it mentions like, oh, thank you for zooming in, that like Muhammad ascended to heaven on like the westernmost temple, but some people argue that that mosque couldn't have existed at that point in time, so it's actually not referring to that. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just don't know enough about cringe. Stop saying goyim. Real Jews shorten that shit. It's just goy, as in saying goyim is goy as fuck. Well, I think technically goy is supposed to only refer to like ex-Jews, no? Like I don't think you call secular atheist people, I don't think you call them goyim. Don't you just call them non-Jew? Like I think goy is usually an insult you use against other Jews, I think. But Nazis claim, I think, that Jews use it against everybody. But like Dan would be like a goy, I think, depending on how religious he is. Like a Jew might call Dan a goy. But I don't know if you call non-Jewish people, like non-religiously Jewish people, goy? Maybe? Somebody says not true. I've seen a lot of conflicting opinion on this. I'm not 100, that's a 20% confidence take, okay? Jews call non-Jews goys all the time. What do you mean? Goy is used to mean non-Jew. Goy means non-Jew. Rude way of saying it. I think that's what it technically means. I had a guy email me a long time ago saying though that like Jews don't ever call non-Jews goy. That if a Jew is using goy as an insult, he's almost exclusively using that against another Jew who's like no longer practicing or who doesn't go to a fucking temple or whatever. But maybe that one guy was retarded. I don't know. I'm not sure. Low confidence take, okay.
Question. Genuine question about the dog abuse allegations of that older tail pulling thing fake. It's crazy to me how much motion the whole Kaya thing got. It felt astroturf, but at the same time that propaganda worked on my brain. What do you mean, older tail pulling thing fake? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what clip you mean. The conservative strats. I don't know anything about that.
Whoa.
Oh, he's so mad he can't shock her back into place.
No, I'm abusive. I'm abusive to my dog. We didn't do you think Dogtober 7 was your biggest controversy to date? No. I think America Deserved 9/11 is still one that like has real world impact, because that one, even though people don't give a shit about it, it's much easier to like virtue signal over. Like people, by and large, people don't actually have like any sort of real emotional feelings about 9/11 20 years after the fact, after we just like slaughtered fucking, millions of Arab people and whatnot. And most people see it as like,
wait, I'm sorry. Wait, what?
They're like virtue signal over. Like people, by and large, people don't actually have like any sort of real emotional feelings about 9/11 20 years after the fact, after we just like slaughtered fucking, millions of Arab people and whatnot. And most people see it as like what we did after being awful. Okay. But as far as Dogtober 7 goes, it's one of those things where like there are, Americans over 9/11 will always have more staying power, even though people don't really give a shit about it. Dogtober 7, on the other hand, is utterly ridiculous. But those who will forever be like, no, he's a fucking dog abuser, fuck that guy, they will always say it. Most people after a while, I think, as at least in what I have seen happen, especially because like the Department of Homeland Security Secretary literally slaughtered a puppy, like actually shot a puppy in the fucking head and wrote about it in a book. And like, ICE agents like kill fucking...
I think he's probably right about the 9/11 comments being bigger, but October 7th did more damage to his reputation. Well, the thing is the 9/11 comments were bigger, but they played well to his audience, whereas the October 7th stuff doesn't. Nobody likes to see dog abuse, right?
Dogs with regular frequency, before people say like, oh, what aboutism or whatever. It just kind of shows that like people don't really give a shit, and they only give a shit about it because it's like something that they can get me on, right? And yeah, there was a WoW streamer that literally, like, I think choked the fuck out of his dog on stream this year, and not a single person said anything because nobody
choked the fuck out of. Is he talking about the one that like hit his dog or whatever? That was fucked up. But I think people did give a fuck about it. I just don't know if that streamer was as big. No, didn't he get banned? Am I wrong?
He cares. So, the reason why, like as far as like people bringing it up, they'll bring it up. Most people meme about it. Like the overwhelming majority meme about it. It's not even like a gotcha at this point. It's just a meme at this point.
What is a tanky? Use the term a lot and I'm not 100% sure what it means. Google is conflicting. Tanky just refers to somebody who's like an ML or Marxist-Leninist, which refers to somebody who believes in like a militant version of socialism. Basically, they're the type of people who believe that there needs to be some violent military uprising that coups the current capitalist government or system, and that from that violent uprising through a single-party authoritarian rule, you will eventually lay the foundation for what will come after, which will be a nice and happy socialist state where everybody's like equal and happy and nice. But the only way that comes is through a violent seizure of all the capital from the bourgeois and then an overthrow of the current liberal governments.
But the people that bring it up sincerely get really mad when I joke about it, because they'll be like, why are you guys joking about this? Like, why are you fucking joking? This is serious. It's like, well, okay, if it's so serious, why did you fucking make memes about it for like the first month, dumbass? Long Comics Book Club. If Hasan Piker is the best that the left has to offer, the male models were already lost. The man has more controversy than buttons on a shock collar remote.
That's not what tanky means.
Doing a good enough job.
Okay. Then it means whatever you want it to mean.
People
Okay?
being like, I hate you, dog. You shocked your dog, or whatever the fuck they've made up and keep spamming over and over again long after the meme has like been dusted off. You know, this is also part of the reason why I think it's really funny that everyone's always like, dude, you're so abusive to your dog.
Oh, what?
Okay. Streamer Kunshikitty wanted to show her chat that women can safely walk past cheerful groups of men in Cologne, Germany. However, that was not the case, as she was attacked multiple times during New Year's celebrations. By the rape gangs? Wait, what happened?
Ow! Ow! Fuck! Ow.
Wait, what was that? Wait, what? Did he throw a rock at her? Who is this guy? This guy. A small firecracker that explodes on impact? Ooh, poppers. Wait, that's a gay thing too. We used to call those poppers as a kid though, right? Am I making that up? You'd have like a little bag of, you'd buy a little bag of things wrapped in paper and you'd throw them and they go pop. Do they call them poppers? Poppers are also the name given for, oh, snaps. Maybe they called them snaps. Poppers are also the name given for, fuck, what is it? I don't know what it's called. Gay people use it apparently to fuck each other. You open a thing and you inhale it and then you have sex or something. Poppets? I don't remember, bro. I used to throw these things when I was, this would have been like 25 years ago.
Au! Au! Fuck! Au! Ah, ich hab irgendwas abbekommen. Ich hab irgendwas in den Kopf bekommen. Au! Ich glaube, wenn ich so 2 Meter Türsteher Schrank wäre, hätten die das nicht gemacht. Ah, schon wieder, Alter!
wait. Is it it's not the same guy, is it?
Ah, schon wieder, Alter!
I can't tell the 12 pixels.
Au! Au! Besser ist.
Wearing like a
Au!
black coat thing?
Was in den Kopf bekommen. Ich glaube, wenn ich so 2 Meter Türsteher Schrank wäre, hätten die das nicht gemacht.
They're all wearing like black coat
Ah, schon
things.
wieder, Alter!
Oh, I think it is the same guy, right? Wait, who is the guy? Does the guy hate her?
Wichser!
Wait, does she know the guy? What the fuck? Most likely the same guy.
Besser ist.
Oh, that dude. Oh, we got a debunker here.
Wer hätten die das nicht gemacht? Ah, schon wieder, Alter! Besser ist.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Germany isn't the same as it once was. He's part of the rape gangs. True. Good luck, Germany. In Europe, there's this amazing process that happens where if you vote left-wing, you get millions of military-aged men who hate the West imported into your country at the taxpayer's expense. If you vote right-wing, you get millions of military-aged men who hate the West imported into your country at the taxpayer's expense. Oh, no. Did she say in her stream at some point, guys, I want to show you that I can walk safely past groups of men? Is this even a thing? No, it's clickbait. What? What are we just now? We're rage baiting on LSF or race baiting, rage baiting. What did I say? Race baiting is what this is, but damn. Probably not. Check post history. All these motherfuckers. UFC found the racist. Just kidding. Public freak out. Has that turned into a rage bait or race baiting sub yet? Or Asmongold rants on Pokemon after she claimed the streaming scene is becoming more male dominated. Asmongold. Oh my god. King! My king! Asmongold reaction to Gorlock the Destroyer getting a skin added in Call of Duty. Limeo. Jesus. Okay. French streamer got chased by the cops for shooting off fireworks in the street. Uh-oh. Tyler 1 got Botox injections for his jaw. Sometimes you can do that if you have like, fuck, what am I thinking of? I'm not looking at chat. Fuck, what is it called? I want to say like TDI or something, but that's not, I don't even know what I'm abbreviating my brain. No. What am I thinking of? Fuck, I can't remember it. TMJ, that's what it is. Because I think Botox is like a muscle paralytic and it'll make your shit chill. Temporomandibular joint. TMJ syndrome or disorder? I don't know what you call it, but.
Bonne année, mon frère. Oula, Inch'Allah, que Dieu.
I missed it. Cops? Looking at chat. Jesus. Cops need to learn the meta more. Like, imagine the cops see, like, oh shit, he's a live streamer, and they fucking get out their phones and they start just like playing porn or whatever to get a stream banned. Rob Gleek, thank you for the 10 tier 1 subbers, buddy. Is New Year's also this crazy in the US, or is it only in Europe like that? I think that it probably gets more crazy in the US, but I feel like in the US we have more crazy things happening related to fireworks and stuff, so it's not as big a deal to us. So like people will shoot off fireworks for the 4th of July is a big fireworks day, and there's at least one other holiday I think that people will shoot off fireworks for sometimes. They do it for New Year's. What's the other one I'm thinking of? There's one other one where they, like motherfuckers just shoot off fireworks. I don't know why. Super Bowl, they might, maybe. For Veterans Day or Memorial Day, maybe Veterans Day. I feel like I'll hear them go off every now and then. Maybe it's for sports events or whatever. But 4th of July is a big one. So yeah, so we see them sometimes, and it's like, okay.
So when you move into LA,
I'm going to Minnesota. I'm trying to get some of that money, low key.
True.
I'm opening a fucking Quebec-based daycare. 0 children licensed, and I'm making fucking 20 mil a pop. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to get my fucking pockets greasy, buddy.
Do you understand this joke? China husband must have died recently. Oh, Erica Kirk joke?
Like if there was a equivalent situation where someone was like talking about XQC, it wouldn't drive this much discourse. Like random content creators. Like if a random content creator like I don't know, Ron or something, StableRonaldo does a collab with XQC, ain't nobody's talking about like how he fucking promoted Donald Trump or does like gambling streams or anything like that, or Speed, any number of these people. But if there's a video of me with Ron, every single comment will be like, oh, I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe it. They all...
Well, because XQC, the Donald Trump and the whatever part, however much you might disagree with it, it's a smaller part of his personality. Maybe not the gambling stuff, but I don't think these people give a fuck about gambling. But for you, you're a politics streamer, so of course people care more about that, right?
become like little SJWs all of a sudden. Wait, what is this? You didn't know? All your ops has this on their Discord servers. All they do is key in Hasan Piker on your social media handles. Wait, what the fuck is this? Why the fuck's he seething so hard? I've never seen this. My favorite reaction is when one of your haters said they must have confused him with Zoran. They didn't cheer for Hasan.
True.
Yeah, no, they thought I was Zoran Mamdani.
They probably did when he was coming out and people are cheering because they think he's coming, and they're like, oh, it's this guy.
Before the clip, you were just telling somebody how nobody out there knows who you are. Why is he so fucking sour?
That's interesting.
Oh, that's funny. What is? Oh, that's good. That's good. What's chat saying? Skip, Collargate, place, skip, place. Go back, schizo, lol, all Hasan clips. Hasan's America, easy clap.
I need a video.
How the fuck did his...
Does Destiny give his take on the weird wall kisser Ludwig clip? I haven't seen that one
The
yet.
audience becomes so goddamn reactionary. How is that possible? I just don't get it. It's a blue state. What did they think was going to happen? Law is all Hasan. Get off LSF. Holy fucking shit. The face of someone who can't comprehend that public opinion is drastically different from extremely online Reddit forums. Yeah. I just don't get it. I don't understand how, like, I get why he might be fucking malding and shit, but why the hell are they all malding and shit? What dog do you have in this fight, you know? Daily Hasan segment schizo.
What are the laws like in Nebraska for fireworks? I'm going to go to cool state with lax restrictions, so I celebrate 250 years. My understanding is they're not great because the only thing I ever hear about is going to Missouri to smuggle fireworks back to Nebraska. When I was growing up, at least. Maybe they've changed now. I don't know. But that's always what I heard. You got to drive to Missouri to get the good shit.
I have a question. So how do you guys get around? Like,
wait.
You know, it's fun.
Tell me these two don't look related.
Like, let's.
The black conservative gun guy, Colin, this guy, Colleen Noir, a little bit.
Funny. You know, every year around this time, everybody drops top 5 guns of 2025 and shit like that.
I have a question. So how do you guys get around, like, let's say, hypothetically, one person is bigger than the other person. One person does this, one person puts in more effort. It's still just...
Well, you got to hold each other accountable and say, listen.
Oh, British. What? My bad. Forgot I made that comparison.
I'm putting in a lot of effort here. You guys need to step up because we're even parties. You know what I mean?
I like that. I actually really like that.
It doesn't matter about the size of individuals because we are a collective. We're not individuals here. Yeah.
Yep.
Like
He's part of the
group chemistry
Sidemen?
is what makes the Sidemen. It's not the fact that KSI's got 20 million subs or, you know, Harry's got 16 million subs. It's the group chemistry that people care about. And there's going to be people that watch for me. There's going to be people that watch for Vic. Like, we all bring our own thing to the table.
FaZe split up drama.
So you split evenly. You work hard together.
Is Sidemen part of FaZe? Is that like a group that was part of FaZe? Or is that like a totally different thing? Or is that like non-gaming? I don't know anything about this. No, totally different. Okay. Oh my god, that audio compression. I love it. Yes. What is it, 32 kilobits per second? Oh, compress me more.
I hear you.
I'll give you a ride.
No, I
UK YouTuber group and probably larger by FaZe. Or larger than FaZe by a lot. Okay. Do you see Merc do coke on camera? Nope.
I swear to God.
Sidemen is an actual successful content creator group. The guys talking to him had to leave FaZe because they were short financially. Oh, okay.
I swear to God, you can trust me.
No, listen, I believe you. I just don't see where am I?
We'll get a drink and we'll.
I don't.
I mean, we'll come to my house and I have some alcohol.
Is he across the street?
What? What about?
I think he's across the street.
What?
Okay.
Come to my house, Mo.
Thank you.
Women say they want men to pursue more and then get mad when they do. Okay, good one. Got him. The fuck is this? Hold on one sec. Get a Red Bull. My first and last of the day.
Now, let's talk about this. On or about April 17th, 2023, MizKif was in a physical altercation during an owners meeting of OTK, a meeting of its talent equity holders, which required the intervention by myself. So TipsOut had to stop a physical altercation and multiple others present to stop MizKif from further attacking another owner of OTK.
What was this?
Like, who did Miz?
What happened then? MizKif confirmed it was NMP lol. What happened?
Beat up or fight or get beat up by, I don't know. You know, who was he fighting? April 17th. All right, now look. 2023, yo, was he on the roids then or what? What was he doing, man?
Oh, that might have been it. Not to talk shit, but did we all did the fuck? What do they call him again? Oh, there was a good meme name for it. Like the roid analysis, there's a name for this. But I feel like natty or not, yeah. I'm pretty sure Miz was juicing a little bit. Maybe a lot of it, but I'm pretty sure it was a little bit.
Do I have to say allegedly or something? Was he on roids? I don't know. Didn't he admit to using steroids? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section.
He might have said it.
On or about September 26, 2023, MizKif was involved in a second violent incident with another content creator, proportions of which were recorded on a video later publicly released.
Which, by the way, I don't think there's a problem necessarily with it, as long as you're honest about it. The only thing that's fucked up is when people lie about it. When you see some guy getting super big in like fucking 6 months, and he's not even like gaining like any fat. He's just like, it's just putting on pure fucking lean muscle mass, and he's like 32 in like 6 months. Like, bro, what? And you're like, well, you know, I just I'm getting my full 8 hours of sleep now. It's like, okay, chief.
Based on information available to OTK at the time, the incident resulted in serious injuries to the other individual, including reported head and dental injuries. Mitch Jones.
Yeah, my two favorite ones for roid excuses, it's always one, oh no, I used to be really strong back in the day, and then two is, I just have really good genetics, I just have never done anything for it. Yeah, based. Basically, Miz can't take OTK, Mythic, and King to court because he signed an arbitration clause in 2023, so unless the dispute gets addressed off court, the lawsuit can't continue. Oh, did he really sue them when they had an... Oh, that's pretty standard, I think. Usually you have like arbitration agreements and whatnot built into these contracts because you don't want... Well, really, you just don't want to ever go to court over this shit. And I think courts like them too because then it's less weight on the court as well.
I find it fascinating because like if I look at you, even in like the viewfinder... extremely masculine chin, which is also why I like the buzz cut because it like emphasizes your chin and your like heavy brow. Like I would argue you have one of the most, part of the reason why I don't want to have a child with you is because I'm terrified if we have a girl that she's gonna have all your masculine features.
Isn't that interesting? I think about that a lot.
Yeah, I
just don't know why you would phrase it like that, but okay.
I have never met somebody who has such an eagle face. Like, you have a very strong brow, which is very attractive on men. To be honest, there's a lot of attractive women that have that as well, like Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
But combined with me, I think the combination would be bad for a woman.
I think you're tripping.
I don't know.
Okay. Am I stupid or is that clip not that big of a deal? I mean, you should be aware, I think, of how the perception of your partner, I feel. No? I don't know if I ever brought this up publicly, but I remember when me and Melina were doing even all the Red Pill shows or whatever, for a while, Melina kept floating the idea by me of her saying that we should just say that we have an open relationship, but it's only girls. So then people wouldn't make cuck jokes about you. But I'm like, no, that's retarded as fuck. Why the fuck would I care about what random losers say about me? Like, even Melina was like really aware of all that stuff. It just seems kind of weird to... But maybe maybe these guys genuinely don't give a fuck. I don't know. I don't follow any of their shit enough. I only see stuff from Ethan and LSF, which is probably going to be skewed in one direction, so who knows? Maybe they don't care. The fuck is this? I feel like I'm watching the beginning of a murder video. What? Hello? It's just her doing cocaine? Okay, who cares? Okay.